your art or what that thing you do, how it will affect another human being. You just don't know. That one homeless woman that started off that episode 88, who was sitting on the side of a road with a beautiful calligraphied out sign begging for money. That one piece of art inspired me to create that podcast episode, which in turn has been downloaded tens of thousands of times and has affected many, many people off of that one piece of art. And that's how powerful art is. With an audience, without an audience, if you affect one person, it changed that person's life. And it's your responsibility to do it. It's your responsibility to find out how to get that art out there, whether it's music, whether it's paintings, whether it's being filmmakers, or writing, whatever it is. It's your responsibility. And I don't want to hear any bullshit, and I don't want to hear any excuses, and I don't want to hear I'm afraid. I don't care. Because tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to be 70. And you're going to be dying or dead at 90 or 100. And you're going to go, why didn't I try? And I'll leave you with this. I'll leave you with two quotes I love leaving. Quotes. One is by Joseph Campbell, the late great Joseph Campbell. He says, "The treasure that you seek is in the cave that you're afraid to walk into." So chew on that for a minute. And one of my favorite quotes of all time from Robin Sharma, who's a business guru. He said, "Most people die at 20 and are buried at 90. Most
Very
people
true.
give up on their dream, give up and go to the rat race or whatever it is. They lose the ability to find out what's inside of them at 20. And they die at 90. So they spend the whole life dead, pissed off, angry, bitter. And if there are filmmakers out there, we all know an angry and bitter filmmaker. And if you don't know an angry and bitter filmmaker, you are the angry and bitter filmmaker that everybody else knows.
Chew on that, everybody. Amen to that. Wow. Thank you so much, Alex. It has been surreal listening to one of my favorite podcasters. I'm very grateful and truly honored that you took the time to be on the show and spread the word to fellow artists. Support them. It means so much. I think.
Absolutely. I'm here to help, and whether it's one person listening or 10 million people listening, if I'm able to help somebody, it was well worth my time today.
It sure was. Thank you much, Ed, and continued success. Check them out. We'll have the links in the show notes. And thank you so much once again for being on The Artist Matters.
Thank you so much, my friend.
I still can't believe that I got to interview Alex Ferrari. Man, this is big. This was so huge. He took the time. He took 2 hours of his busy schedule. I don't know how he found the time, but he did. And I will be eternally grateful for that, Alex. From one Alex to another. This was a masterclass, folks. This is the artist turned entrepreneur. A true success story. He had this creative side, and he explored it with Broken and finally moving up to features like This Is Meg and On the Corner of Ego and Desire. But in between that, he knew how hard it was for fellow filmmakers and creatives to get into the business, to make a living at it, and how all too often they get stepped on, chewed up, and spit out. And he knew he had to help. And so Indie Film Hustle was born from that. Not just a podcast, it's a movement. It's a tribe, as he says on his show. The website has courses. It has books. It has tutorials. There's so much to it. And it's not just the podcast. There's also the screenwriting podcast, and there's also the Film Entrepreneur podcast. And he's available as a speaker and a consultant now. And in this day and age, in this present time, he makes it so clear that if you want to become an entrepreneur, you can't have all your eggs in one basket. He's a filmmaker, a podcaster, a blogger, a writer, a speaker. He has his hands in all these baskets. Plus, he knows how to hustle. He really does. This man is so creative in the hustle. That is one of his creative talents. I'm working on it. My non-creative issue was laziness. Still struggle with it from time to time. Maybe time management is something I need to focus on. And I'm trying. This was a huge kick in the pants because I've listened to his podcast before. But this time he was talking to me and you, my audience here at Artist Matters. You know, this was the master class I needed. There was stuff here he said that I've never heard on the podcast. And hearing it directly from him and having this exchange, my God, it opened my eyes so much. I love the whole analogy of pounding the stone, cooking the rice, chopping the wood, carrying the water. And I get it. I so get it. Especially a movie. When you make a movie, it is a process from beginning to end, and you learn as you go. Granted, you could have all these skills that you learn about making a movie, which will make it better. Obviously, you know how certain lights affect your shot, how certain lenses will work, and the audio as you go along. Well, that's the next film. You've learned from the previous film, then you got to move on to the next one. Same with writing. I've written scripts, and as I've written the things going along, some things weren't working, and I just had to work through it, and then it got better. And then I have to move on to the next one and just keep trying. Because you never know when you'll get that breakthrough. Like you said, pounding the stone. It took that guy 100 times. But on the 101st try, bam, he got it. And in the whole thing with the cooking the rice, the guy wasn't ready. He had to cook the rice first. He had to learn that before he could move up to becoming a sushi chef. And what really gets me, too, is I had no idea about the first 7 years of your life are when you're so susceptible about how you're going to shape the rest of your life. Everything you learn and experience and observe can shape you for the rest of your life in those first 7 years. And as I see my granddaughter approaching her 8th birthday, I hope these first 7 years have been good to her, and we've done all we can to show her that she's loved, that she matters, that she can make a difference in the world. I really hope I'm never going to give up on being a good poppy and doing all I can to nurture her and help her grow and, of course, love her and be there for her. I mean, it's a testament to Alex Ferrari that he's showing these incredible examples of how a father knows how to hustle and follow his passion and make a profit from it. These girls are getting a master class every day of their lives with him as their father. There was something else I never mentioned about his podcast that I was drawn to was his story. Every so often in episodes, he'd give hints to how his journey was and what happened. And there was an episode where the tribe interviewed him. And I see that we have similar backgrounds. But he's gotten a lot further than I have at this point. But this discussion has really given me a lot of hope and a lot of motivation. Hey, as long as you can still think, breathe, see, walk, talk, and function and hustle, you can accomplish a lot. And I'm working on it. I definitely got to keep pounding the stone, cooking the rice, chopping the wood, and carrying that water to my own pathways. And I'm open to a lot. I always, know I'll be an artist at heart. And I know there's more to me than just that. I definitely embrace my artistic side. I love it very much. I try to turn my back on it, and things go to crap. So And our art does matter. As he says, it helps us process the world we exist in. We'd cease to exist if there was no art. Just imagine that. Going back to ancient times, we found cave drawings. Cave drawings. That's art. That means they had to communicate some way, and they found an artistic way. So it is in us. It is in our genetic makeup. And those two quotes, the treasure you seek is the cave you're afraid to walk into. And what does that mean? It's just basically getting out of your comfort zone and exploring something you never thought you could explore. I like to think, okay, you enter the cave and you come out on the other side a changed person because you explored, you found new things, you saw stuff in the cave you never saw on the outside world. And you experienced things you've never experienced outside of that cave. And when you come out, you're a changed person. And you can grow from that. Unless you're one of those from the other quote, that most people die at 20 and are buried at 90. And I've seen this all too often. In places I've worked, I see these young guys, younger than me, tied down, stuck in a job they hate, and that's it. They have no ambitions, they don't know where to turn, they don't know where to go. And that pisses me off. There's so much more to you than that. And it's these self-limiting beliefs that suck. I hate them. I've dealt with it myself. I have. Only because I've listened to what others say, and also my internal dialogue, like saying, if that person can make it, what chance do I have? And as I've gotten older, I realize that's total BS. It's how you perceive things, how you interpret them, and what you believe. As long as you believe you are a failure, guess what? You will be. If you believe you're going to be successful, you will be. Either one is true. But damn, get going. If you're 20 and wanting to explore the world, please go ahead and do it. Do not wait. Whether it's an opportunity to go backpacking in Europe, or being on a film set, or getting a chance to swim with dolphins, or, skydiving, something like that, do it immediately. Don't wait. Because damn, those years will fly by. And you'll be like, damn, why didn't I try that? I should have tried that. That's something that, especially these past few years, has been creeping up as the age of 50s approaching next year. And I realize I've got a lot more to accomplish. And of course, there's been many deaths near me recently, and it's scary. Some really close people and pets have passed away. And that goes to show you, you never know when it's going to happen. People die every day, no matter what age, no matter what race they are, no matter if they're wealthy or poor, fat, thin, smart. It doesn't matter. Your time will come, and don't you want to make the most of it? Don't wait. I mean, hopefully things will sprout from here, and I can do more with the world. I really want more than anything is time. I want to see my granddaughter and my niece get older and be with them and experience things with them more. And do more things and experience more things with the people I love and care about. And hopefully help out my fellow creatives with this. Artists do matter, and that was the whole point of creating this thing, is to show that art is so relevant. And I hate the fact that some schools are cutting down on that, and it's a tragedy. It shouldn't happen, but it does, and Alex said it best, we'd cease to exist if there was no art. So branch out on your own and create, no matter what it is. Find that creative niche. Whether it's for fun or you want to make a living at it, you can do it. Anyway, This has been an incredible